That is, first ISKCON rock dance. Hare Krishna rock dance. Correct? It is nothing wrong in it. Just like we have Indian music, that is our own music. Finally, Lord's name should be chanted. So that same thing happened. Thousands of youngsters are there, and Prabhupada, seeing people chanting Nama, started dancing. A 70-year-old man dancing like a youngster, up and down, up and down. Right? Even at 50, I have slowed down. Imagine at 70, he was flying like youngster. That photos are there. And definitely, the body and heart can't take it. Next day was severe pain and he collapsed. And he said, you pray, because he felt his movement is still not ready. He has still not trained his disciples to take charge of the mission, to worldwide mission. They are new youngsters. They have got some initiation, but they are still new. They are following rules, regulation. They are chanting. They are happy. Movement has some 10-15 branches, but he feels it's not the right time to leave the body. Okay, done. And he survived by Krishna's grace. And the movement spread to 108 centers all around the world. He came to India also. In fact, people asked him, India, everybody is like you only? They thought, no? Because they got one Indian. They are not seen Indian. India, that time immigration was not so easy. Very rare Indians used to get visa in 60s. Take it? Because after this World War with Japan and all, they had a lot of restrictions for Asians. So not Indians were not there much. Very few Indians. In fact, ISKCON temples were the first temples set up in America. Today, every organization makes because rules are easy. Previously, not allowed. It was a Christian country, strong Christian country, lot of churches. So, what happened now? So, Prabhupada, at that moment, he said, he came back to, they thought everybody in India is like Prabhupada only. They're young boys, girls, just like small children. They think Bangalore, everybody is like me. You will think, you know? So like that they thought. But Prabhupada said, no, it's not like that. Indians are like a rich man who has left his father's property and is begging on the street. They have the greatest culture, isn't it? We have. You see the language, no comparison to Sanskrit, the best language in the world. Right? How rhythmic it is. You go this way, you go this way. There is no language so scientifically designed. True? When you hear Sanskrit shlokas, it's so pleasing. You have to be. Then you look at the music, the best music. Right? You look at the dance, the best dance. Not dum dum dum. So beautiful dance with so much meaning and expression. Right? You look at the pastimes of the Lord and the Shastra, the best. Everything is best. So Prabhupada said, no, they have thrown that away, their beautiful culture. Now they are trying to imitate the other parts of the world. It's a very sad condition. Not good condition. We had personally seen it. He went around all India, can you chant Hare Krishna? What is the use, Swamiji? Now you have to become like America. People are, that's what everybody is. We just few days ago went to one girl, a young girl. Her mother had told her to meet us. We were talking to her. I said, what do you want to do? I want to go to America and settle down. Everybody's dream is go to America and settle down. True? That's the heaven. So, and then anyway, Prabhupada brought those youngsters to India. He brought 500 of them and he launched the mission in India. And it took some time, there was a difficulty. Now, finally he said, when Indians take it up, you cannot, it's their own culture. It's easy for them. Right? For you chanting Hare Krishna is very easy. Imagine for an American, he's in another religion first. He's a Jew, he's a Muslim or a Christian. To start chanting Hare Krishna, very difficult for him. And family will stop. So many difficulties will be there. But Prabhupada was very powerful. He could do it. And now Prabhupada launched the mission. The mission has grown to 108 centers. He is having thousands of disciples. He is in Vrindavan. And he is about to leave the body. So somebody comes to him, one very rich person. Swamiji, I have a huge guest house. I think one of those billionaires of India, some Bajaj or somebody came, you know the big names. And he was a big Swamiji now. Can you stay in my guest house in Rishikesh? It's a very fresh air. You will recoup your health. Is that okay? Let us try. He went there. After a few days, he called his disciples. I want to leave my body now and take me to Vrindavan. He decided not to leave the world. He was not eating. He decided, just like Acharya decided, they started crying. They used to love him, like, because he changed their life, made them so spiritually happy. More than they loved their parents, they used to love him, the disciples. They started all crying. Just imagine at house, your father tells you this, I've decided to leave. Everybody will cry. Hai na? Papa, don't go. Started crying. He said, why you crying? Whatever you need to go back to Krishna, I have given in my books. Your proper books are very important. These books are the textbooks in ISKCON movement. Other reference books you read or not read, not very important. But these books are the textbooks, okay, in ISKCON movement. So he said, whatever you need to go back to Krishna, I have given in these books. I have done my part now. He was satisfied, has fulfilled his Guru's mission. Correct? That is a great life or not? See, we live what we achieve at the end of the day. Prabhupada used to say, Bhaktivinoda Thakur did it. The great Acharya in this line who did a great contribution. My Guru Maharaj did it. And we know Prabhupada also did it. He did something wonderful. But what we do? Whole life goes. And do we think any of us can feel, I've enough contributed to the Lord's mission, I'm also achieved pure devotion, now I can leave my body? No. If suppose death comes now, can you wait for some time? I'm not ready. Don't you say that? Suppose you have an examination, what do you say? Can postpone for 6 months, I'm not prepared. True? An exam is postponed, we are happy or not happy? You're very happy, no? And when the holidays are school, you're very happy, no? Celebration. So same way, we are not ready. But Acharya himself chose, I leave my body now. He came back to Vrindavan. Whole movement, all disciples, says now 10,000, they were all very sad and crying. They all came to Vrindavan. They were forcing him, crying, can you eat something? He'll eat something. But he has no interest to live now. They will bring this much big doctors from Delhi, allopathy doctors. He doesn't touch that medicine. They will keep, bundles. They are rich. Americans are rich. He's not touching that. Either Ayurvedic doctors were taking care of him, giving some medicine. But when you have decided what you can do, correct? He doesn't have any desire to leave now. And finally, he left the body in November month. Left the body. And till the last minute, he was instructing his disciples. Are you all convinced now that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Any doubts? Imagine the authority to the last minute. Everything is moving by the will of Krishna. This is called Krishna consciousness. Kept instructing till the last minute. We don't do like that. In fact, his body had reduced so much in weight. The doctor was shocked. When the body reduces in weight towards the point of death, it pains because bones are touching nerves. There is no tissue in between. Doctor said, I don't know how is he lying down. It is terribly painful for him. But he was not in a material plane. He was in his Guru's mission, absorbed in spiritual life. And till the last minute instructed his disciples and left the body. And the last 6 months, the only thing he told his disciples, do Sankirtana. So continuous 6 months, Kirtan was happening around 24 hours. So just do Kirtan. That is my medicine. So if you want to desire something, desire if I can leave body like that. We are traveling in train, some compartment, you have a heart attack. Nobody is there. What a miserable way to leave. True, Krishna will remember your service, give you inspiration. Won't that be better? You're surrounded by devotees, and Sankirtana is happening, and we leave the body. So in that situation, they left the body. Very auspicious in Vrindavan, holy place. The devotees chanting all around and done a great service to the mission of spreading Gita all around the world. True. ISKCON movement is a genuine movement. This comes in a sampradaya from Krishna, Brahma, Narada, Veda, Vyasa, Madhvacharya, coming down to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, coming to Shrad Goswamis, coming to Jagannath Das Babaki, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Vishnu. So many great acharyas are there in this parampara. So very stalwart movement. So my request to all of you is read the books. Small books you can start reading. Bhagavad Gita, and other small books you can read. Children's piece, you should cram the shlokas. Meaning you will understand later. Now philosophy is difficult to understand. But you can chant easily remember the shlokas, no? You know any shloka? You can start. Okay? You can remember the shlokas and you can chant, do some bhajanas, prayers at home. And then gradually the whole Krishna's mercy will come then the pleasure of chanting Hare Krishna will awaken in the heart. In fact, you may say so many things you say in Bhagavad Gita. God is in your heart. God is in Vaikuntha having pastimes. I am not body, I am spirit, soul. Can I see any one of those things? How do I believe this? You know? What's the proof, you may say? True? We can give logical proof on all these things we can give, not that we cannot give. But the first experience that you're going to have is the Nama. If you just do like what we are doing, chanting Kirtan, anybody can do at home. You can sit down, you don't need this instrument, you can just clap. Actually, clapping is also not good. Just you can chant with heart, okay? With purity. Purity is the force. And the Lord is pleased by your chanting. Like, Draupadi chanted Govinda, that's all. Ajamila chanted Narayana, that's all. How you see that? To immediate effect happen, hai? But so many girls are in difficulty. They all can chant Govinda name. Why Krishna doesn't come? Because it is not pure chanting. Hai? You got it? Chanting should be with faith, trust, love. God is always hearing. But they cannot handle His presence. That's the problem. Anyway, so if you can chant very attentively and daily and allow the Nama